Hi, I'm Allison from Move Smart Movement and Boomerang Pilates. And today we're doing the third exercise in the classical Pilates sequence, the rollover. As usual, we're going to go through the full version and then we're going to break it down into some variations that will make it accessible for more of you. But if you have bone density issues, you will only be doing the very first variation. So, the full exercise, if that's what you're looking for, you have a couple of choices. You can have your arms down by your sides, or you can have your arms up overhead. I like arms up overhead. Inner thighs super engaged. Squeeze your legs together, plant your ribs. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, roll over. Bring your legs wide, flex your feet. Roll down, slide into your hinge. Exhale, roll. Point your toes, squeeze your legs together. Roll back down. Slide your legs away. Hinge, roll, wide, flex, slide back down. It's really hard to talk while you do this. Point your toes, hinge, roll, flex, nice control, roll back down, circle your legs together, and then move on to the next exercise. Some teachers really like to bring the legs low. I like keeping a little space between my legs and my shoulders. I think it gives me more core work. But of course, choices are up to you. If you have bone density issues, rolling over your spine like that is not a great idea. Your option is to really just work your lower abdominal muscles. You can do that with your knees bent. So all you're doing is rolling your pelvis off the floor. It's easy to end up just moving your legs in your hip sockets. So if you don't really feel any ab work, or you only feel the ab work as you send your legs away, you can be pretty sure you're just hinging your legs in your hip sockets. Really wiggle around, feel your sacrum on the floor, and curl towards your lower back, engaging your lower abdominal muscles. You can do that with your legs bent, with your legs sort of bent, with your legs straight, whatever you have space for in terms of your hamstrings. This is an excellent warm-up for anybody who has a hard time getting over or who has a hard time finding the difference between the roll and just legs in hip sockets. So that's variation number one. If you have bone density issues, that's where you're going to stop. Otherwise, you could then progress into something where if it's your brain that's getting in the way of you being able to get over and you're thinking through the choreography a lot, how about just move your feet? Bring your arms up overhead and just get your feet towards your hands. Don't worry too much about how you get there. Bend your knees, feet down, swing your feet back, and gradually you may find that, wow, you're doing the rollover. I really, really like that variation. But sometimes it's more about the tissues. So you could use a yoga strap. You want something that is not stretchy here is going to be probably a little more helpful than something that is. You can have your legs straight and roll back down. Obviously, you can't do the leg circling here. Pull. You're still using your stomach muscles to get over, but you're adding a little resistance. If you don't have the longest hamstrings in the world, you're going to go a little bit shorter distance, but you just slide the strap behind your knees. Again, it's about using your stomach muscles to curl your spine with control and just take your legs along for the ride. Sometimes putting a little height under your pelvis is a really good strategy. So here, you could put your hands on top of a bolster, or you want a nice, something fairly solid, right? I'm using a yoga bolster here, but you could use sofa cushions. Something that's not going to flatten down and not be helpful once you get your butt up there. So you can, if you have the nice hamstring length, fold at the hip, reach over, widen, slide back down. If you have less hamstring length, same deal. Press your arms strong down into the bolster and roll over. If you're using an actual yoga bolster with straps, you could bring your arms down to the side and hang on to the straps. So here, you're using more upper body to support you. You're using more lat, more tricep to press your torso away from the floor. All of those are super useful options for making what is a very challenging exercise a little bit more accessible and available to you. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have questions, pop them into the comments down below. We're going to continue to work our way through the classical Pilates sequence, so I'll see you next time.